Good morning. Welcome to the School of Education. This orientation is targeted at intermediate phase students from Year 1 to Year 4. I am Professor Ash Singh Pillai, the academic leader of the B.Ed program. Allow me to introduce you to, first, the academic leader of teaching and learning, Dr. Samo Khumalo. Should you need to contact her, her email address is alongside her name. The phase coordinator for the intermediate phase is Dr. Justin Malabala. His email address is also reflected alongside his name. The B.Ed degree is a structured program. The duration is 8 semesters or 4 years. This means that you cannot complete the Bachelor of Education degree in less than 8 semesters. To graduate, you would need to obtain the minimum credit requirements, which is 512. However, you will also have to meet the program and the curriculum requirements for your phase, your stream, as per the College of Humanities Handbook and Mr. Tech requirements. Please note that the intermediate phase program is offered in 2 language options. isiZulu as home language, meaning you will do English as a first additional language, or English as home language, with isiZulu being your first additional language. There are also 2 specializations or streams that are within the intermediate phase, a mathematics stream and a natural science technology stream. It is crucial for you to know which language option you have selected and which specialization stream you belong to, so that you can select the appropriate modules across the program and you do not become confused. Within the program, there are certain compulsory modules that you would be expected to complete. There are 6 education study modules that span across Year 1 to Year 4. We have 4 compulsory teaching practice modules across Year 1 to 4. These modules are progressive, meaning you have to pass them in a particular order. Another compulsory module is English language, English education, language learning and teaching. Then, to comply with the Mr. Tech requirements, the intermediate phase students are expected to do South African Sign Language for conversational competence. You also have to complete a module in Coding and Robotics, EDCM 111. This module will help you to prepare to teach in the 4th Industrial Revolution. We also have computer literacy, which requires you to demonstrate competence in the use of a computer. For those students who can provide proof of competence, they will be granted exemption for the module. Extremely important points to remember. As I mentioned previously, we offer 2 language options and 2 specializations within the intermediate phase. Your language options were English home language, isiZulu FAL, or isiZulu home language and English FAL. And your streams were the natural science stream and the mathematics stream. For now, I'm going to focus on the natural science stream. So should you opt to do the natural science stream, it means that as part of your matric subject, you have physical sciences, life sciences, that you would have completed. Okay, so that would make you move to the NS Tech stream. Now I have listed the modules that you need to complete for each language option. So for home language, you need to complete 3 content modules and 2 method modules. And for a FAL, a first additional language, you're expected to complete 2 content modules and 1 method module. For each of the language options available, I have listed the content module, the code of the content module, as well as the code of the method module. So please ensure that when you are doing your selection of modules, you choose the correct modules for a particular language option. You cannot vacillate between English home language and isiZulu home language. If you choose English as your home language, then you must make sure you complete the required 3 home language content modules and the 2 home language method modules for the language option of your choice. The same would apply for the FAL option, that you choose the correct FAL content modules and the FAL method module. Now, in terms of social sciences is done by both the NS Tech and the mathematics students. So, you can choose to either have a history focus or a geography focus in social sciences. Now, if you opt for either one of the focus, either a history focus or a geography focus, you need to complete the relevant 3 content and 2 method modules. And I have listed the codes of the content module and the method module for each of the foci. So if it's a history focus, the content modules are listed for you as well as the method modules. If it's a geog focus, the content modules are listed for you as well as the method modules. Selecting these modules correctly are key for when we're looking at whether you're going to be degree complete or not. So please take your time and look at the slide. Return to it repeatedly when you're doing your selection for modules for registration. For the mathematics stream, so for students who select the mathematics stream, it means that in their matric results, they have completed mathematics as one of the subjects, one of the 7 subjects. Then they would go into a mathematics stream. Now, the same language options apply for the mathematics stream. You could select between English home language, meaning isiZulu is FAL, or isiZulu home language, meaning English is FAL. You need to ensure that you comply with the program requirements in terms of selecting the correct content modules and method module for your particular selected language option. In terms of the social sciences, students have the same option of choosing between a history focus and a geography focus. Whatever focus you choose, kindly remember to choose the correct modules listed on the slide in terms of content and in terms of method. Earlier I mentioned that to be degree complete, one needs to comply not just with credit requirements, but also with the program requirements and the phase-specific requirements. It is in this slide that we see the phase-specific requirements coming through that a student needs to comply with. So please, students, select wisely. Use the slide as a guide when you are doing your selection of modules. This slide depicts the NS Tech stream or specialization with English as home language and isiZulu as FAL. This slide shows you the exact modules that you need to select per semester from year 1 to year 4 in order for you to meet the 512 credits and meet the program requirements to be degree complete. So please use this as a guide. This slide reflects the NS Tech stream with the language option isiZulu as home language and English as FAL. Again, it shows you exactly which modules you need to complete from year 1 to year 4 for each of the semesters. This slide shows you the mathematics stream with English as a home language and isiZulu as FAL. It reflects the modules for semester 1 and 2 across year 1 to 4 that a student needs to complete in order to comply with the program requirements. Reflected on this slide is the math stream where isiZulu is a home language and English is FAL. Again, it shows exactly which modules a student needs to complete from year 1 to year 4 for semester 1 and 2. Here are some steps you could follow if you find that you are not on track with your studies and are not completing the modules as per the previous slides. You need to firstly establish your language option that you have selected. Is it English home language with isiZulu FAL, or is it isiZulu home language with English FAL? Then you also need to establish your stream of specialization. Is it NS Tech or is it mathematics, so that you can choose the correct language option modules and the stream modules. Thereafter, if you have failed or missed modules, you need to look at grids 8 to 11 to make sure that you complete these modules in the semester that it is offered. Remember to note your academic standings at all times. Are you on good academic standings? Because if you're not on good academic standing, you cannot pick up the expected credit load. Your credit load would be reduced, and this would impact your progression, how fast you progress through the program. So always bear that in mind. Students, please remember, you're not alone in this journey. Help is just an email away, and you need to learn to help yourself. So if you have queries pertaining to your curriculum, if you need curriculum advice, if you need support, your go-to person is our ADO, Mr. Siyabonga Kele, and I have his email address alongside his name. Any queries relating to administrative issues, we have the very able and capable Ms. Bongi Bangu who will assist you. If you have queries pertaining to your module, your marking of assessments, etc., students, please remember there's a protocol in place. You begin the communication with the lecturer. If you get no joy, you then go to the discipline, to the module coordinator. Still no joy, you go to the discipline coordinator. If that fails, you go to the cluster leader. When that fails, then you write to your FACE coordinator, Dr. Justin Malabala, who will give you expert guidance and support in resolving your issues. If all else fails, then you write to myself and Dr. Kamalo, about your issue. Students, I want to wish you well with your studies for 2024. Keep well, work diligently.